That's right, Parikshit. We've already seen hints of that coming yesterday, isn't it? When this fire first broke out on the UPA's nomination for the vice presidency, Gopal Krishna Gandhi, and the opposition has already made it very clear. The opposition, primarily being the Congress at this stage, saying very clearly that if you're going to raise questions over the credentials of someone like Gopal Krishna Gandhi, then especially in context of Yaqub Memon's mercy plea or his death penalty, then it is communalizing the issue. But the question can be raised from the government side to the Congress is that if they believe that terrorism has no religion, then why should raising this issue of Yaqub Memon be communal at all? This is an issue related to terrorism and about national security and the message the country sends to terrorists and the way they're going to be dealt with. So that clearly could be the government's line. I also am joined by our senior correspondent Payal Mehta with me. Payal, what do you sense from the government on the vice presidential contest, especially the voices that are now coming against Gopal Krishna Gandhi?
Well, clearly, the key ally of the government over here, Shiv Sena, was the first one to raise, question marks over the credentials. Sanjay Raut coming out in a stinging attack, followed by the others as well. But as far as the BJP per se is concerned, Shivani, they would also be saying that this is a constitutional position again. They do not want to get into this mudslinging. So that's one of the reasons they have not really spoken in terms of questioning the credentials. They did not do that even in Meera Kumar's case, even though there were question marks raised over Cohen's candidature. But the fact of the matter is that the NDA at this point in time does not really want to get into this mudslinging. Numbers are eventually with them, and that's something which is really going to matter.
That's all that matters, isn't it, in the end? But we did see that there were questions raised, as Payal mentioned, on Cohen's candidature. But there is a sense that when you fight for such elections, which are, elections for constitutional positions, Parikshit, there shouldn't be the kind of mudslinging that goes on perhaps with electoral polls and electoral elections. That is the sense that you're also getting from the BJP at least. But yes, their ally Shiv Sena coming out and querying the pitch, they'll have to respond in some way, especially if, as you said, the opposition, which is the Congress, comes out vociferously to back Gopal Krishna Gandhi, Parikshit.
Right. Let's also go across to Nalini Shivani. Nalini is at Naresh Agarwal's residence. Naresh Agarwal, an MP from the Samajwadi Party. Yesterday, we had seen a divide in the Samajwadi Party, didn't we, Nalini, over the issue of who should be the president. Akhilesh Yadav went for Meera Kumar. You had Shivpal Yadav, Mulayam Singh Yadav voting for Ramnath Kovind. What about the vice presidential election? Where do the Samajwadi Party members stand? Are they really united? Because this will really speak and explain what the opposition unity is going to be like in this session of Parliament.
Absolutely, Parikshit. When it comes to the opposition unity for the vice presidential candidates, I think they are a little more hopeful than when it was for the presidential election. Yesterday also, after the Congress Strategy Party meeting, after the Parliament session at 10 Janpath, we heard Jyotiraditya Scindia talk about exactly how he is sure that the opposition is going to stay united. It's going to continue staying united. In fact, we also heard the same yesterday from several other leaders of the opposition that have decided not to show the kind of disunity that was there during the presidential elections back again for the vice presidential elections. I think there's going to be a larger consensus between the opposition parties when it comes to voting for the vice presidential candidate as compared to what it was during the presidential elections that happened in the parliament yesterday. It's also going to be very interesting to see exactly what are the issues that the opposition actually picks up as the primary issues to raise in the parliament, in the monsoon session of the parliament that's going to continue from today, from the day 2 that's going to happen today. Whether or not we've heard that they're going to raise notices regarding the farmers' distress in Mandsaur, regarding the various instances of mob lynching that are coming up over and over again. What of these issues are the primary issues that they are going to raise, and what are going to be the first issues that are going to come up is going to be very interesting to see. And not only on the vice presidential candidate are we going to see whether the opposition unites or not, it's also going to be on these issues of national interest where all of them will get together and question the government and their stand.